And at the top right of Cloud Kingdom, we have our Protoss player for FXOpen. It's a little bit surprising that they picked the Protoss, but here he is, none other than
FXOpen.
There he is. And down here in the bottom left, he's gotten one win for his team. Can he get two and bring them back into a winning situation?
ZeNEX,
PvP in today's clan war, and as I already mentioned, we have Oz with a 70% win ratio in Protoss versus Protoss. I have him here at 17 wins and 7 losses, so he's a really good PvP player.
ZeNEX boss not here. Okay. Not sure what's up with that. Hey, you know, Avenge, he has a 100% win rate against other Protoss players. Do not count this guy out.
How many games?
One. His game in the team league last week when he got that one stalker out and beat kited infinite zealots with it. That was a pretty cool game though, actually. If you should definitely go back and check out ZeNEX's, some of the games from ZeNEX's match last week. Those were fun games.
It was a really funny match. I have to say that I enjoyed that game a lot. That was a really interesting game. But well, let's see what Oz is up to.
Some slight variations in their builds, but right now both players doing exactly the same thing. Core going up a little bit earlier for Avenge, but just by a few seconds. And you know, sometimes if we do see, you know, like a 4-gate situation, those few seconds can make a difference. We've seen games won and lost over the 5 seconds difference of warped gate tech. Because if you have, you know, 4 extra stalkers over your opponent for just 5 seconds, you can just win the game. I don't think we're going to see that in the situation right now, but I'm just saying it can be important, theoretically.
Well, yeah.
This is not a 4-gating map or anything like that, I'm just saying. But we're going to find out soon what these players are up to. And actually, there goes 2 gases for our FXO player.
We have 2 gases for Oz. At the same time, he's trying to block the gas of his opponent to delay tech a little bit and make sure that his opponent is not able to get.
Okay, there we go. I was looking at the production tab and I was like, wait, how's he building 2 gas if he already had one?
no, he's
confused. Okay, he didn't do a gas steal. That's cute.
Yeah, and none of them is going. We'll probably see some kind of tech for Oz happening very soon. And I haven't seen a Protoss versus Protoss on Cloud Kingdom just yet, but on the other hand, you can of course try to get Link Stalkers on any given map, or just go for some kind of robotic stack. But well, let's see, Oz already has a probe in the vicinity, so he can use the Pylon whenever he decides to do so. Same goes for his opponent, ZeNEX Avenge, and finally getting access to his gas again at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. There we have the simulator. Both of them are still building probes. None of them try to cut probes. Both are at 23 right now. And for both of them, we have Warp in about to finish as a pylon for ZeNEX. Avenge, none for us just yet. Still the probe hovering at the bottom box.
Yeah, we did see Avenge just snuck a probe part the way into Oz's base. Saw 2 gateways there. And it's interesting that even though it's tactically not the best thing to do, we usually see Protosses group their gateways together, so you can actually kind of assume that there's only those 2 gateways, even though theoretically there might be more behind.
Already losing one of his zealots, not just yet, but more warp-ins for ZeNEX Avenge. 5 to 3 stalkers right now, 3 gate pressure now from Avenge, and he is following it up. Oh, actually it's 2 gates. Yes, 2 gates and robotics.
2 gate versus 2 gate right now.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, nice! Use the force field to trap that stalker in. It's going to, well, actually, unless he micros back his sentry, that's going to not be free, but does get that stalker kill.
4 stalkers to 4 stalkers right now.
He's actually just going to go for it. He's just going up in a main. Oh, no, he gets a free sentry. Oh, yes, he does. And this is actually looking really bad for Oz.
Needs to be very careful. He's losing another sentry now, and the stalker count is 5 to 4 in favor of Oz, but he had to run back with his stalkers. And now he's in a little bit of a tough situation.
That was too bad, because Oz had more stalkers, but they were spaced out because 3 of his stalkers were in the middle of the map. And so it was just more stalkers in that place at that time for Avenge. He does group back up and manages to stop that, because Avenge doesn't actually have a pylon here to reinforce with. So forced to retreat.
Oz is on 3 bases now, and he's following it up with a robotics facility, while his opponent already building the first model. And you mentioned already, his units were a bit out of position, and therefore he couldn't capitalize on the fact that he had more stalkers than his opponent. But another tech started for our ZeNEX player. Avenge is now going for the Twilight Council, 30 to 30 probes now, 42 stalkers in favor of Oz, still, and a slight advantage in sentries as well.
Yeah, ever so slight, but Avenge does have the Immortal out now, and that is going to change everything, whereas Oz is going for an expansion, and so this is going to lead to a situation. Oh, and the Twilight Council is about to complete as well. We're going to probably see Blink started very soon for Avenge. Where is it? And he's getting an Observer. Do you think we're going to see just a Blink Stalkers with the Observer in order to blink into his main base? Sometimes a good strategy against this expansion build. Either way, he's going to want to put on some pressure because it's too late for him to follow up the expansion of his own. It's going to be too far behind in economy.
He doesn't know about the expansion just yet, so he will find out soon. The observers are just now going out. He's going for an expansion of his own while researching Blink, and Oz is now also getting some Immortals. So just try and take it a bit easy. Both of them are on the exact same amount of Harvesters. Oz is obviously slightly ahead when it comes down to his expansion. It's already done, while the expansion of ZeNEX Avenge has just now started. So in regards to the income, Oz is a little bit ahead, harvesting from 2 mineral lines instead of 1. And by now he already has a 4 supply harvester lead. He can.
Oh!
Nice.
Hunts down the Observer of Avenge.
Yep, well done.
Nice move. Yeah, so he is going for the Nexus. It's going to be behind, so he's going to fall behind in the probe count. He is, of course, ahead in tech because he started his Blink tech earlier. And, you know, actually,
he's not building any probes. Not at ZeNEX Avenge is not building any probes at all right now.
That's interesting.
He's still on 33 against 39, and Oz is building from 2 Nexi. Finally starting a couple of probes again, but this results also in actually he doesn't have a bigger army. He is way behind in harvesters now. His expansion is finishing just now, so the income of Oz is still superior to the income of Avenge.
Yeah, Oz is definitely macroing better in this situation. Now he's getting his own Twilight Council. So there's going to be a window of opportunity right now, which is, the window just started basically, where I feel like Avenge has to get something done because he's got Blink and Oz doesn't. And if he waits until Oz has Blink, then they're going to be even and Oz will be ahead in economy. So he needs to do something soon while he has that advantage. Otherwise, if he just sits back and tries to macro, Oz is already ahead in the macro. He's ahead by over 10 supply. It's just gonna he's never gonna be able to catch up.
It doesn't look like Avenge is going to attack anytime soon, and Oz is just in a very good position. He has better economy. He is now also building a forge, so he can access the first upgrades, while Avenge is not getting it. Well, now he's getting 1 upgrade. He's just started charge, but I feel like the longer Avenge waits, the farther ahead Oz will be. He has a very, very nice lead in Harvesters, 51 to 42, which is a huge deal in Protoss versus Protoss, in any mirror matchup that is. And another Observer gets sniped by Oz, leaving his opponent completely in the dark, so very well done so far, and Oz is just, he's pulling ahead by a lot.
Did he, well, I guess you can kind of assume, but did he see the Twilight Council with that Observer before it died?
Actually can check this. Yeah,
he did see it, just barely. So he knows that his opponent's getting Blink right now as well. But Robotics support bay is now down for Oz, and so I don't know how Avenge can get an advantage in this game because he's let Oz catch up. Oz is about to have Blink too, and very soon Oz is actually going to have the advantage because he's going to get Colossus out in addition. So...
well, he already has a huge advantage when it comes down to his tech. He has the Robotics Bay nearly completed. His +1 is faster than his opponent. He's lacking charge, but he finished Blink a second ago. And in regards to his harvesters, he stopped producing probes on roughly 51 supply. He's just now starting to get a couple in. I think he will place down a 3rd base, which makes perfectly sense for him to get a 3rd, and he certainly can afford it.
Yeah, Avenge at least has caught up in the Harvester count, but ooh, we have a Dark Shrine going down for Avenge, and actually, well, never mind. Yeah, I mean, that could do well. You can get some Archons in there. obvious that he has observers out, that Oz has observers out, so I'm not sure what he hopes to accomplish with that, but...
Oz has 2, and now a couple of warp-ins at the top of the map, and go to the right. We have 1 probe sneaking to the left side, placing a pylon down for Oz. He's blinking in, realizes that his opponent has a few too many immortals for him to be attacking right into them. And now a Wench trying to be aggressive, but the first Colossi will be out very, very soon. The Dark Shrine is about to finish as well, though.
Yeah, and by the way, we had Oz put a cannon in both of his expansions, or both of his mineral lines, I believe. So, if he goes for DTs, they're not going to do anything, is what it comes down to. So, yeah, I don't know. Avenge is just falling behind and more behind, and he's just going to have to come up with some kind of a miracle in one of these battles and win the battle either by better positioning or better micro or something. Otherwise, Oz is just going to be ahead.
+2/+2 is started for both of them. That's the 3rd base for Oz. And he has extended thermal lance done in just a few seconds. Army supply right now 91 to 98 in favor of Oz.
Yeah, +2 is going to finish as well.
There are the Dark Templar, not accomplishing anything at all.
Nope. See, the cannons completely shut him down. He's going for the robotic support bay, but it's not going to matter at all.
There should be an observer very, very soon in order to save the robotics.
Yep, and even if they trade evenly in the next battle, Oz is going to have a 3rd base, and Avenge will not.
He needs to kill the Dark Templar, though.
Oh, he's trying to kill it by attacking his Zealot with the Colossus. That's hilarious.
Wow, losing the robotic space.
Oh, wow.
Observer is too late. That should not have happened. And I guess that Oz will attack right now. He has the lead when it comes down to his Colossi, and he needs to make sure that he still has it. He does not rebuild the robotics just yet. He certainly has the minerals now, but he should attack right away.
Yeah, that would be smart. He's going to have... he has the upgrade advantage right now. He's got the advantage in everything.
He has 3 Colossi. His opponent doesn't have a single one. And he should know about it. There's the 3rd base coming up for Avenge now. Avenge trying to sneak in with a bunch of Zealots. That should not work. And Oz is about to attack while his opponent is just now finishing the first Colossi. No extended thermal lens ready for his opponent, though.
Oh, he's actually going to unpower, well, maybe one gateway, maybe the robotics. Yes, he unpowers the robotics, actually.
But there's the attack at the bottom. Not quite. Well, we have a lot of immortals.
So he's actually doing a pretty good job of delaying the tech units, keeping those Colossus from coming out by killing the Robo Bay, and now killing the pylon, powering it.
Oz is attacking from 2 sides at once, and he's streaming up the ramp. Very well done. The Colossi are, of course, in a very good position for Oz. He has 3 against 2, but there are all these immortals. Will the immortals be able to change the tides of battle? 138 supply against 91. Avenge is losing supply by the 2nd. Losing the 3rd as well, has to cancel it, and is now down with roughly 60 supply.
Yeah, Avenge tried to target the Colossi with his Immortals, and as that happened, the Stalkers of Oz blinked on top of them and focused them down so they could not actually do as much damage as they needed to. It looks like Oz is going to defeat the killer of his teammate Lucky. There's the GG! Avenge was able to avenge a little bit, but not enough. And Oz takes his team to a 4-1 lead and might be in position to even take the entire match in the next game. And Avenge is really disappointed by that.
That's awesome.
And that really just comes down to the fact that Avenge, when he had the advantage, he didn't press it enough, and then he just sat back and let Oz get an advantage instead.
What was that about? Who was
about?
that at the top left? Someone was going for the high 5, and I was like, no, not just yet.
Oh, I missed it.
I don't know who it was. I have no idea what it was actually about. If he just was too far away or what was happening.
I don't know. But yeah, the ZeNEX bench looks really...
Well, if I was a ZeNEX player, I would be really
right
disappointed.
now.
I mean, what do you want to do? We are down 4-1, you have Oz against you, and it will be followed up by Lino, by Gumio, so...
I don't know. I guess you probably send in Line. He's the only player I can think of that they have left that we know is decent. Either him or maybe
Extreme
Next Stream.
Gonna be another Protoss
If you want to
versus
send
Protoss
another
well.
Protoss out against the guy who just owned your Protoss teammate,
Yeah,
no.
it's definitely gonna be a
tough
tricky one.
spot for ZeNEX.
The whole clan war has been uphill battle for them. So far, they didn't have a lot of luck.
Yeah, it's been the kind of uphill battle where they're actually falling back down the hill.
Yeah.
That's how uphill it's been.
It's just a hard situation to be in. If you are down 4-1, you need an all-kill from one player, and that's... I just don't see it happening. We have now... The next map is going to be Crossfire.
Interesting. Okay, well, we might... I think that probably... We might see Line come out next. Zerg can do pretty well on Crossfire. It's a good map for Mutalisks.
It's very hard for the Protoss player to take a third base on Crossfire, so
Yeah.
it usually revolves around a 2-base attack, which is something that you don't like. And Mutalisks, as you already mentioned, very, very strong on Crossfire as well. So
And it is going to be... It is actually next stream. The one guy who could get more than one kill in their team match before is coming out again here. He's going to be their ace. Oz seems almost amused by this. They're setting out another Protoss against him, yeah. All right, so they figure that next stream is the only guy they have that can not only beat Oz, but maybe beat everyone else as well. It's a last-ditch, long-shot effort, but it's all they have. It's what they have to do.
Code B against
Code S.
Yep. He did
And
very, very well
kind of
against
been,
OGS.
That's kind of been the way of describing this whole team match, actually. Code B against Code S. Almost
Kinda
every
is.
game.
Kind of.
All right. And there we have next stream. He did well when he was sent out 4th before, but couldn't secure the victory. Average match wins 3. He got 3 kills before, but
His matchup against Terran when he was facing OGS was actually really nice to watch, but now he's up against one of the best PvP players. And obviously we'll give him some time to set up his gear and to get ready for the match, so we will be back after a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen.
don't go far.